third grade team welcomes you to week 2, rounding to the nearest 10. We're looking forward to seeing you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of learning. Today, we are going to be talking about rounding to the nearest 10. Before we do that, I want to do a quick going back in time. Let's go back in time. Let's talk about our ones place, our tens place, and our hundreds place. So before I give you the first example, I want you to listen. We're going to stop, look, and listen. What is that again? Stop, look, and listen. Okay. Our first number that we have here is 4 and 3. Everyone say 4 and 3. The first number in the ones place will be the 3. Ones place always comes at the end. The next number would be the 4. The 4 is in the tens place. So 43. 4 in the tens place, 3 in the ones place. Everyone got it? Let's move on. The next number we have is 4, 3, and 7. One more time. 4, 3, and 7. The 7 is in the what place? The ones place. The 3 is in the tens place. And the 4 is in the hundreds place. Now it's your turn. You ready? Stop, look, and listen. 5 and 8. What number is in the tens place? I'll give you a couple seconds. Did you say 5? You're correct. What number is in the ones place? Correct again, the 8. Let's try a bigger number. 8, 7, 2. Hundreds place. The 8, you are a winner. Excellent job. What number is in the ones place? I'll give you a couple seconds. The 2, you're correct again. And finally, what number is in the sevens place? Ha! I gave that one away. Is there a 7th place? No. The 10th place. The 7 is in the 10th place. Good job, guys. Are you ready for our lesson? Rounding to the nearest 10. Remember, stop, look, and listen. Our vocabulary words for this lesson goes as follows. First word, rounding. Rounding. What does rounding mean? Do you remember? Going to the nearest 10 or going to the nearest 100. But remember, for this lesson, we're only going to concentrate on rounding to the nearest 10. Your next word, number line. Number line actually looks just like this. It's a number that's in between other numbers, starting with what number? What number always comes first on the number line? 0, you're correct. The 0 always comes first. Your next vocabulary word, is midpoint. The midpoint on the number line is in between two numbers. So for example, if I had the number 0, 0, and 10 on my number line, what number is the midpoint? The midpoint would be the number 5. Okay? And your last vocabulary word for this lesson is benchmark. This is a very important word. Benchmark means the numbers that we're either going to use on the number line or the number that might be the answer to the problem. Okay? Quick review. What are the 4 vocabulary words? Let's go backwards. You have benchmark. You have midpoint. You have the number line. And you have rounding. Excellent job. Are you ready to move on? So I always want you to take notes. So for example, I want you to just stop and listen and look. Okay? There are 4 steps to rounding. First step, figure which number on the number line to use. Number 2, find the midpoint between each number. And number 3, locate your number on the number line. And the last part, round to find your number or your answer. Are you ready to try to solve a couple of problems? Excellent. So remember, first, I'm going to show you a problem. Quick review. If I just showed you a picture of this, what is this called? What is vocabulary word? You can answer. I'll wait. Number line. This is our number line. If I gave you the problem 37, and I wanted you to tell me what 37 is, round it to the nearest 10, how would you do it? How would you set it up? I'm here to help you. Remember, you're going to listen. Where are my muscles? Okay. So remember, we said 37. What 2 10s go between 37? You have 30 and you have the number 40. You have the number 30 and you have the number 40. Do you remember what other vocabulary word that we would put on the number line? The midpoint. Let's put the midpoint. $35 would be the midpoint. 30, 35, and 40 are our benchmarks. So remember, once again, we're looking to find 37 rounded to the nearest 10. On the number line, 37 would be between 35 and 40. Have to remember, I'm looking in the opposite direction as you. So 37 is between 35 and 40. I'm sorry, between 30 and 40. The midpoint is 35. So is 37 closer to 40 or is 37 closer to 30? I know. It's closer to 40. And if you said the same thing, congratulations. But if you're still confused, we're going to do a couple of practice problems. You ready for your next number line? What number do you want to use? You want to go a little bit bigger? Let's try the number. We have the number 422. Remember, if you're still having problems understanding what numbers is the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place, use an abbreviation. First number, 2, that's in the ones place. Put an O on top of it. The 2, tens place. And the 4, the hundreds place. So once again, that's 422. So I made my number line, and I'm going to round it to the nearest 10, 420 on one side, and then 430 on the other side, because I'm rounding to the nearest 10, not to the nearest 100. So I wrote that on my number line. Once again, listen, stop what you're doing, and focus. So we have 420, 430. We know we're trying to figure out which 422 is closest to the nearest 10, by which number. Do you remember how to find the midpoint? 425. 425. So what numbers are our benchmark numbers? 420, 425, and 430. Now, on the number line, I want to know, where would 422 go? Would it go before the 425, or would it go after the 425? I'm going to stop and think about this. I know. 422 will go towards the end of the number line. The numbers are smaller. So is 422 closer to 420 or closer to 430? I know. 422 is closer to 420. Are you ready to solve a couple on your own? I'm going to give you a couple of problems to answer on your own. Actually, I'm going to give you 2 problems. You ready? Let's do it. I'm back. You ready? Your first number, and I want you to try this on your own and make your own number line. 26. 26. Get ready, get set, go. Remember, it's not a race. Take your time. Rounding to the nearest 10. You always want your smallest number to go to the end of the number line, and your biggest number to go towards the end. Don't forget about that midpoint. That was one of our vocabulary words. Does your number line look like this? Where you have the smallest number at the bottom and the biggest number up top? Keep going. One more second. Do you have what I have? Excellent job. The 26 comes right after the 25. But once again, I want to know, is 26 closer to 20 or closer to 30? What did you come up with? If you said 30, you got it right. If you were a little bit confused, we'll try another one. Your next problem. You ready? 783. 783. Let's draw your number line. Rounding to the nearest 10. Did you start off with this as your number line? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to tell me what you think the midpoint is. What is the midpoint for this problem? $7.85. Excellent job. Once again, you want to find out 783. Is 783 closer to 780 or 790? Let's put 783 on our number line. Did you do the same thing that I did? So what's the final answer? Is 783 closer to 780 or 790? You tell me. Give you a second. You're correct again. 780. Good job, everyone. And until next time, remember, you always stop, look, and listen. Until next time.